The function of the triceps is simply to strengthen the arm. The triceps are a free-head muscle lying at the back of the upper arm that originate at the shoulder and insert in the forearm below the elbow and work in opposition to the biceps.
The Triceps Brachii is a three-head muscle that is situated on the dorsal aspect of the upper arm. It extends the forearm. The long head of the triceps extends and abducts the arm.
Pronation plays an important part in triceps exercise routines. Just as the biceps movement twists the wrist in one direction, that's called supination, the triceps movement twists the arm in the other direction, or pronation. Now, this twisting movement should be included in at least one exercise in your triceps routine. Training the long head of the triceps is also an important part of the routine. The long head's fully extended when you're in a position with your elbow raised. You can feel the increase in tension down the back of the arm. Therefore, you need to do at least one exercise in your triceps routine that works the arm in this position.
As we learned earlier, how a barbell press affects your muscles depends a lot on how you hold the bar. Hold it with a wide grip and the pectorals do most of the work. Holding the bar with a close grip, on the other hand, forces the arms to work through a much longer range of motion while the length of the chest contraction is shortened. This turns the press into a triceps rather than a pectoral exercise. Along with dips done with the body in an upright position, close grip barbell presses are a primary mass and strength building exercise for developing the triceps. Using a Smith machine has many of the advantages of training with a barbell without some of the disadvantages, which makes close grip presses on a Smith machine an attractive alternative for close grip barbell presses. For example, the fact that you don't have to balance and control the bar to the same degree allows you to keep your hands even closer together than when doing the exercise with a free weight, but you're still lifting against the force of gravity, which gives you the greatest response and adaptation from the muscles. So the result is the ability to achieve the maximum amount of isolation in your triceps training, along with the strongest contraction of the muscles. And these two elements add up to the utmost of intensity in your triceps training. Bench dips are a kind of a paradox, a pressing movement done with the isolation and strictness of an extension exercise. As with parallel bar dips, the lower you go in this movement, the more intensity you generate. As a matter of fact, bench dips tend to be very popular with women, many of whom lack the upper body strength to do parallel bar dips when they first start training. But you do need to exercise proper care with this movement. Never drop down so far that you risk overstretching the muscles, tendons, and ligaments and incurring an injury. Keep the movement smooth, steady, and under full control at all times. For maximum development of the triceps, try alternating bench dips with upright parallel bar dips in your individual arm training routine. What differentiates an extension movement from a press is that only the elbow joint is involved. Extensions don't involve the shoulder. The elbows are kept steady throughout the exercise, and the weight moves up and down in an arc, with the elbows as a fixed pivot point. Doing lying triceps extensions, also called a French press, most bodybuilders prefer using an easy curl bar, although you can use a straight bar and get excellent results as well. Whether you bring the bar down to your forehead or down past the top of your head is also largely a matter of personal preference and individual proportion. Just remember that with any extension movement, you should concentrate on feeling the triceps lengthen and stretch at the bottom of the movement, and you should experience a complete peak contraction with the triceps fully contracted at the top. Strict technique and full range of motion are the keys to success with triceps extensions.
To work those triceps, work for balance and symmetry throughout your body.
Well, beginners should always learn, first and foremost, how to do the exercise correctly.
I believe in basic exercises and I believe in a strict full movement. I think the most important part of the training is to do the exercise very strict and over the full movement.
Standing triceps extensions are a variation of lying triceps extensions, and they are done basically the same way. One significant difference, however, is that doing extensions in this standing position, your elbows are positioned further back, which creates an even greater tension in the long head of the three-headed triceps muscle, forcing it to contract that much more intensely during the movement. An advantage of using dumbbells in many exercises is the ability to work each side of the body independently and with greater isolation, and this is particularly true of dumbbell triceps extensions. However, another advantage of doing extensions with dumbbells is lengthening range of motion. Notice that the weight is not lowered directly to the rear. Instead, it comes in behind the back of the head and down to the top of the spine until the triceps are fully stretched and extended. To achieve this range of motion safely, be sure to use a light enough weight for this movement so that you can really stretch the triceps as far as possible, because that's the key to getting the maximum benefit from this particular exercise. To make kickbacks an effective extension movement, remember what extension exercises are all about. Be sure to keep the elbow as steady as possible so that the weight moves forward and back in an arc, with the elbow as a fixed pivot point. Extend the weight. Don't lift it up and back with the shoulder. Triceps press downs are probably the most popular cable triceps exercise.